It's Madden NFL 23, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Buccaneers and the Panthers, and it comes your way next.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel State of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we got an NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here are the Panthers out for their first possession and leading the offense in his first season with the team, quarterback Baker Mayfield.
And if there's a quarterback in the NFL who didn't need any extra motivation, it was certainly Baker Mayfield, because this young man already has a permanent chip on his shoulder to prove the doubters wrong. Being replaced and then traded from Cleveland, the team who took him #1 overall, it only added considerable fuel to his fire. Now in Carolina, his entire focus is proving that he can be an elite QB and silencing all the noise.
Baker going to throw this right away. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, and a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he gets us up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it and just couldn't stay in bounds. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Mayfield. And we'll find the open man. It's DJ Moore. He's got room at the 30. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Panthers. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he's an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Pinero's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44. He showed that he's as good as ever. But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strike's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Fournette really solidified his place with the Bucs last season. He ran for over 800 yards and 8 touchdowns and caught an impressive 69 passes. Tampa made sure he stuck around, too, giving him a new 3-year contract.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. Brady going to throw. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Ryan Succop for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. So many times defenses say, okay, we've got you locked in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confident as you traverse down the field.
So from the 36 out, 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Flushed out right. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shred the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And he's going to have a Panthers first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork, we saw a good job defensively to recover. A gain 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down it goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up, and McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Brady now on first down. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Brady now to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Julio Jones here in Tennessee never really got going as he continued to battle injuries that followed him over from Atlanta. He believes he still has a couple of big seasons left in his career, and one more of those could see him climb into the top 10 or even the top 5 all-time in receiving yards.
On first down, Brady. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And now compensated, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for the passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He'll set up the screen for Fournette. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screenplays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle to Evans. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I would have been in the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Succop's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
All level now, 10 apiece as the kick's away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and he'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd and 4.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow developing, and they shut that one down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brady now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And out across midfield down to the 45. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
But there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
So good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way to move the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, they'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Russell Gage, a 22-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down, Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Suck up for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and get rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Oh, you know, that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening, a tough proposition.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Mayfield. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's in his zone. 2nd quarter already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's a magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 102 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense column.
From the 36, Brady. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it looked like he marched to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock for that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he's able to get the feet down complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and the Panthers have recovered.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And the Panthers coming out now. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Mayfield on 1st down. This is Chenault on the receiving end. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
There wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and gets a small gain on the play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Leonard Fournette and the rest of the Bucs offense set to take over once more. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Brady to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to have a bunch 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Completes it again to Gage. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside of 45. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Brady now on first down. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on the secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with the first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him in contract negotiations, doesn't it?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 121 yards for him on the ground now as he's been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often. Sometimes just dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They couldn't ask for much more at this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete to Otten. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw is Brady. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature, the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Call it no gain there, and it leads to 4th down.
That's the mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a quick play there.
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Succop's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. From the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. That was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I'll give him credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught. And the Bucs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Fournette diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Well, Brendan, he just followed his nose. His nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Extra point try now for Suckham. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From the 6. The Carolina offense about ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I think they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play fake. Mayfield. Over the middle and in the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. That also doesn't mean just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. Mayfield
now. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense back out. There's the veteran bruiser, the running back, Leonard Fournette. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
That's a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Brady in a bus now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A shotgun give to Fournette. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 18 on play. First down, Tampa Bay.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it again with Fournette. 158 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5 now. Brady, he'll get this one complete to Darden. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Leonard Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the gut, Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one, and the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Suck up for the extra point. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal. They'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A first down throw for Mayfield. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, the stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Fournette. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2nd down, back to Fournette. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. Now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Fournette. And he'll be dropped about the 11 after only a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got him. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Russell Gage, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And again, it's Mayfield. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And Marshall's got it. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow to convert on 4th and long. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, Mayfield. That pass complete to Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. So he needed the short yardage. Charles elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play and a second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Brady. Evans has it left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.